So anyway, he said some things last week when he interviewed. We showed the video of him interviewing that person who was the story we did, how he was amplifying Counterspin talking points. And then he said some things in that story about Counterspin and about the people that were there. Well, Counterspin has responded to him. Let's have a listen. Remember, and these guys are all from, in my opinion, are all kind of from the same side of the political sphere, same audience, and they're all fighting out to be the ones to keep that audience. Oh, I can't hear you. Something happened to the audio. There it is. We'll go back. Here we go.
And another new word that I hadn't heard before that Sean mentioned this week was cookers. That's what he called us. So I looked it up.
So they've never heard the term cookers.
I don't believe them.
Well, that's what she's saying. Never heard the term cookers.
And
first of all, I went through all the dictionaries.
Yes.
Okay.
All the dictionaries.
All the dictionaries.
Yep.
Someone who cooks.
The one like the hand sign dictionary, the urban dictionary, the Spanish dictionary, all of them. Went through all of the dictionaries.
Utensil, and if you get down to the urban dictionary, it talks about a utensil for basically dissolving drugs. Obviously, for meth heads, they call them cookers as well.
Meth heads.
But apparently, he wasn't applying it in that sense either. And you found what?
Oh, yeah, I found an article dated February earlier this year, and it said majorly cooked sporting legends Pat Cash and Kelly Slater, who went on to an episode with Graham Hood over there in Australia.
Oh, you know,
and,
that's it.
So they're cookers. It's another word for conspiracy theorists,
Graham
apparently.
Hood, of course, the Australian Qantas pilot who was calling out the vaccine injured. We don't call it a vaccine because it's not quite clearly. But yet the platform seems to push that. They seem to believe that the jab, all you people out there walking around injured and those who have lost their loved ones, apparently it's all in your head.
Correct. It is all in your head. It's believing a narrative. It's putting the solution to a question, putting it in to the answer, putting the answer into the question that you want is what it is. So obviously people passing away is not all in their head, but attributing it to the vaccine other than a very, very, very small number, talking single figures, I think, technically, that's been released, of very tragic stories. The other ones that these people talk about, yes, it is all in your head completely. I don't know if I ever told you the story about the woman that I met at the protest. Actually, it was at the protest for the that we talk about going down at the Octagon when we went down there when Destiny Church was there. A woman came up to, we were getting into a car and a woman looked at me. She goes, "Oh, what's this all about?" And I went, "Oh, they're protesting Destiny Church across the way and having a bit of a party." She went, "Oh." I can't remember the exact conversation, but she said something about mandates and vaccines. And then she said, "My daughter died of the vaccine." And I looked at her and I went, "What?" And she went, "My daughter died of the vaccine." And I just went, "I don't believe you." I just said, I do not believe you. And she looked at me and she said, "Well," and basically that was it. And then she left. And I just felt like if she was right and I was wrong, that was the least defensive person in the world, having someone just tell them that their child hadn't died of the vaccine. You know what I mean? Like if your child had died in a car crash the week before, you'd be like, "How can you say that?" And it was just like accepted and walked away. So I just said to her face, I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I do not believe you. Anyway, should we keep going on with these two?
I just want to point out where they could have gone before they carry on. They could have just gone to Cookipedia. Which describes what cookers consist of people who believe in a wide range of conspiracy theories, whether mainstream or fringe. Multiple definitions of the cooker can be found on Urban Dictionary. So yeah,
to be honest,
a great article.
Well, there's another thing. There's also context. To be really blunt, I'd never heard the term cooker before, but in the context where it was used, it's very obvious what it meant. I didn't need to go to the Cookipedia or find out exactly. I knew the context. I was able to read the context into what it meant. So there you go.
I love it when someone goes, "I don't even know what it is. I'm not aware of it." Yeah, you're making yourself seem like even dumber.
The other thing is, I'm pretty sure that these guys might be fans of ours as well, Chewy, because I don't know what her name is. Do you know what her name is?
Anyway. Hannah Spearer or something.
She says something about right family funding, which I think I'm the only person to say publicly. So maybe we've got some more fans, Joey.
This thing's great. So
Good to
That just goes
see.
to show that, as usual, Counterspin Media 100% correct. And if you're going to call us a fantasist or whatever, then I'm 100% correct one.
Well, we look forward to the day where.
In fact, let's invite Sean Plunket
Oh,
on
please,
the show.
please,
Unlike you, Sean, we'll actually let you speak and
Please.
give full answers before.
Let them
In
fight.
fact, we won't even try to override you. We'll get you
We'll
to
live
bring
stream
your
it.
facts and evidence. We'll have ours, and let's debate. Let's see who's right. Let's see who the people decide at the end of the day is right and who's wrong.
That'd be a cool debate.
Like $2 million someone invested in that crap.
Well,
And here we are, nickel and dime outfit, getting everything 100% correct. Those who fund the platform, how about funding us? Because I tell you what, we'll pour it on even bigger and better than we do now.
yeah, there's rumors going around that they're not actually funding him anymore, but I cannot confirm that.
Surprised with the low ratings.
So,
In fact, the biggest ratings they get when they have people like us on.
Well, the truth is, there's probably an element of truth to that. And the biggest ratings they get when they have people like them on, because that's who their audience is people like them. So now on to the semi-fun bit, right? I'm sorry if you didn't want to hear any of that stuff, but you've been exposed. So Sean Plunket came out and said, you're a racist nut bar fantasist. If you are a journalist, I'm an attack helicopter, because Counterspin said, Sean, just in case you forgot how you and other platform hosts disparage the one journalistic team that is based on facts and evidence and have never been proven wrong.
Where have they pulled this out of?
Here's a reminder of your great endorsement, which is true, when Calvin Alp went on there. So Plunket has been amplifying their voice. Plunket on some level is responsible for other people knowing about them. And now he's pushing back because business mummy and daddy said no more conspiracy theorists until he does it accidentally. So this is now part of the press release. Sean Plunket responds to the Counterspin challenge, proving once again Sean may have taken leave of his senses. He made a slanderous remark to which we shall allow him an opportunity to withdraw and apologize. If he cannot provide evidence of his assertion that Counterspin or its hosts are racist, we shall take a lawsuit against him. Your move, Sean Plunket, and the platform. The fastest car in the world. There you go. What do you think?
That's awesome. Isn't it just like two dreadful people or two dreadful organizations fighting with each other? And I just feel like win or lose, we win.
Yeah. Oh God, would you imagine? I would love it. I would love it if Sean went on there. That would be amazing.
Oh, amazing. I would go to their location if I was Sean. I would go to their studio and like kick over their green screen or something like that. I don't know.
There's a part two to this. It's not to do with them. It's to do with Sean Plunket. So there's a group that are threatening to sue. They won't, but threatening to sue. But here's a person who I think might have a case to sue. So Shaneel Lal put this message out today. We played this last week. Sean Plunket talking about how Shaneel had paid for 1,000 copies of the book himself, theirself. And apparently Sean then admitted he wasn't telling the truth. So he tweeted it out.
Shocking.
And then he admitted he wasn't telling the truth. Shaneel says, Sean Plunket admits he intentionally lied about me buying 1,000 copies of my book to become a bestseller and sharing rumors that 1,000 copies of my book were stolen. He said he did it for, quote, fun and because he has a, quote, developed sense of humor. So this is the story.
That is so weak.
This is a story. Online campaigner against trans rights author Shaneel Lal takes baffling and slightly menacing turn. A segment of Twitter has now decided, without any evidence, that Lal has bought 1,000 copies of their own book, which were then stolen back during the break-in. Even broadcaster, we should put parentheses around that, Sean Plunket jumped on the bandwagon, telling his 23,000 followers, the real story is Shaneel buying 1,000 copies of his own book to boost sale, under a tweet claiming Lal was trying to get insurance money for the books. And there's the tweet chain there. So that it's suggesting that people broke into Shaneel's house. And do you know the story better? Can you want to expand on that?
No, I just want to sit there and say, he's saying it's a joke, basically just joking. The real story is, from someone of Sean's history and career, and basically funneling his listeners to that. They will take him at his word.
Yeah.
There are people like this, like, we keep on comparing him to Alex Jones. These people will take him at his word. He can point his audience at someone. He can weaponize them. And if he doesn't realize this, then he's a dumbass. And if
Then
he
God
does realize, then he's doing it on purpose.
The thing about defamation and stuff as well is defamation is quite a high yardstick. There's a couple of things have to be involved. You have to knowingly be spreading mis or disinformation. Well, let's go on to the second part of the story. This is Plunket. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was really true, but it was a good bit of fun, Plunket told Stuff. I don't know if Shaneel has a highly developed sense of humour as I do. Plunket put up a tweet days later saying that it appeared Shaneel had never said 1,000 books were stolen, but while it was fun for Plunket, Lowell has felt increasingly unsafe as the campaign ramped up and has since had a new fence put up at their home and is looking to install security cameras. Now, the second thing about defamation is it depends, pardon me, how many people you reach. Like, if we defame someone and our 8 watchers saw it, wouldn't be a very big deal. If you've got 23,000 followers and, I don't know, several thousand more who have seen it or watched it or heard it because of your platform, it can be more serious. Like, literally, defamation has a high bar. You have to willingly know that you are spreading a lie, which Plunket has denied. So Counterspin are threatening to sue. I just hope Shaneel does, because I think he's got a case. Even though he's retracted it, once, what is it? Lies will go around the world 3 times before truth gets its pants on. So no matter what is said now publicly, people will think because of that tweet that he has stolen 1,000 of his own books through insurance fraud and paid for them himself, or whatever the complete thing is.
Yeah.